Guys, I literally sat here and talked my life away for like a good 10 minutes, and then I realized that I never pressed the record button. Hold on, let me get comfortable. Okay, so what's up, guys? I hope you guys are doing good. I just kind of want to give you a life update of everything that's happened from like March up to like right now. There's been a lot. I've been extra MIA on my social media. You guys know that I love to be on Instagram and, you know, acting a fool on my stories on Snapchat, and I just haven't been in the mood to be active. Excuse my face, I'm going through like an eyelash. I'm like taking off my eyelashes. Anyways, my hair is a mess. I don't have a straightener, so I don't know what happened to it. It's probably in the trash somewhere, but we just gotta work with it. At least my nails are done. Shout out to Astrid. Y'all go hit her up. Oh my god, I look fat. Anyways, I kind of want to like update you guys on everything that's been going on with me lately. There's been a lot, so I'm just kind of ramble and see where this video goes. It may be a long video, so if you stick around for it, thank you, and if you don't, then just damn, my forehead looks hella glossy. Oh well, whatever. Anyways, so as you guys know, in March I got diagnosed with RA. RA is rheumatoid arthritis, where your joints kind of inflammate and you lose mobility of your body. I kid you not, I've been through a lot of stress, so I lose mobility of my body a lot, which sucks. I was placed on some hardcore medicine back in March. I got put on methotrexate, I got put on folic acid and prednisone, and this was supposed to regulate like my flares and kind of, you know, make the RA decrease, because I'm at high risk. I was like 86% diagnosed, whatever, at high risk. So methotrexate and prednisone are medicines that cancer patients use, especially like leukemia cancer patients. So the methotrexate like makes you lose weight, and the prednisone kind of makes you gain weight. In my case, prednisone overpowers the methotrexate, and I've gained like 30 pounds, I kid you not. As many of you guys know, I was like on a losing weight journey, and it kind of just flipped, because this medicine makes you depressed, it makes you have mood swings, it makes you not hungry, but then it also makes you hungry to where you're not eating correctly. You can't really work out because of the mood swings. And then like when you get, what triggers my RA is stress, like really bad stress, and certain foods. So I can't really eat like cheese or dairy stuff, because it like triggers my flares. I kid you not, like last week I couldn't even move my ankle, and I've been grateful that I've been working from home from Harris County, because sometimes it's super hard to get out of bed, and sometimes can't even walk down the stairs to go to the restroom. So the prednisone, which I hate, has been like, well, the whole medicine has been crazy. Folic acid is kind of to prevent my hair from falling out, because the medicine can cause that too. So if you guys know me, like sometimes I can go like 6 months without shaving my legs. That is no longer the case, because folic acid makes your hair grow. So then COVID happened, and I couldn't go into like a face-to-face doctor's appointment with my RA. So she did take me off the prednisone, but right now I'm taking it like one day yes, one day no, because I can't just be completely off of it, because it's like a strong super steroid drug that I can have like withdrawals and stuff. I've been going to chiropractor. I love Fridays. My chiropractor cannot adjust me, let me just say that, because of my RA problem, because you know, we don't want my joints to like crack and all that good stuff, or my bones. I don't know, she explained it. But I do cupping and acupuncture. Cupping kind of releases the toxins from your body, and acupuncture just is a stress relief session, and it's amazing. Leave her information down below, or wherever you guys want to check her out. She is amazing. Sorry that I keep saying a lot. I just like, I have a lot of things on my head that I want to say, but I don't know how to say them. So that's my issue with RA right now. I'm transitioning into another medicine. I'm also doing a lot of exercises that my chiropractor told me to do, which I've been kind of slacking. But pretty much it sucks, because stress is something that sometimes I can't control, and that's what's been affecting me right now, especially with my gain weight. Like, I've been in a very depressed mood where I don't want to do anything, and it's just a lot of mood swings here and there, plus also life events that have happened, and it's just freaking crazy. So that happened in March. You know, COVID happened in March too. I've been working from home from Harris County, like I said, and then I was furloughed from Mattress Firm at the end of March. Sorry. And then, excuse me, in April, if you guys remember, my cousin Samuel, he lives with us. Well, he lived with us and my aunt Cecilia, and it was just like a lot of anxiety. So I'm already taking medicine that causes depression and mood swings, and I've always been a really strong person. Always, like, I was never like super emotional about something, you know. I never like to cry, and I kind of just hold a lot of the stuff in, and I know it's bad, but it's just the way I am. And when Samuel came into our lives, it kind of just flipped a switch, and it's like I became a parent, and I love that kid, but he was a pain in the ass. And I got so tired of him. He was, you know, being aggressive with my mom. I beat his ass a few times, because he just wouldn't stay still. He would try to push my mom to like sneak out, and it got tiring because it would be 3-4 in the morning and you can't sleep because you're like making sure he's not like running away, especially with COVID, because, you know, then he's exposing the whole family. So, you know, and then he's doing drugs. We don't know what type of drugs, you know, who is he using with, who is he sharing a blunt with, who is he, you know, is he snorting coke? Like, we just didn't know what the hell was going on. And it's like he would run away, and then it's like you couldn't go to sleep because you didn't know where he's at. And then my aunt would text me and be like, oh, he's here, because he would kind of go from, you know, aunt to aunt, two aunts, my mom and my tia Cecilia, and she would text me like, he's here. And I would feel okay for 2 to 3 days, and then I would get anxiety, like super bad anxiety, because I'm like, he's gonna run away and he's gonna end up over here. Not that I didn't want him there, but it was just like, let me get a break, dude. And one time I was just so tired, I took him to the hospital, and I told the caseworker, I don't want him back. I said, as mean and as bad as that sounds, I don't want him back. I said, he's too much. They called CPS. Well, CPS couldn't take him because he was undocumented. Bullshit. And I was just like, I just want him in a place where he's gonna be safe. I said, because he's not safe at my house. I had to do like an adult protective services for my parents because he was being aggressive, and I was just like, if I have to go to work or something, like, I don't want anything to happen to my parents. And that was my main concern. Like I said, I love the kid, but it got out of control to where we couldn't control him. On April 27th, that week before April 27th, he had left the house and went to my aunt's house. And we would leave him outside sometimes because he needed to learn that our homes were not Like, you can't just bounce from house to house because you please. But at the same time, he's a minor, so like if a cop was to say something, they'll be like, oh, well, you're neglecting him and blah blah blah. And it's just like, sometimes it was cold, sometimes it was hot, and you just feel bad for the kid, making him go take a shower, and then boom, he was in your house and he just wouldn't leave. So he was playing both of us, you know, going here, going there. He's a manipulator. And he ran away for like 5 days before April 27th. The cops brought him back home like April 26, 25, like 3 days before April 27th. I found a rehab place for him to go to for my job. He had an intake appointment on April 28th. On fucking April 27th, this boy done hit a man in the head, and he caught a aggravated assault with deadly weapon charge in Brazoria County. He was very out of it. He had been out in the streets for 5 days. We didn't know what type of drugs he was on. He wasn't drinking anything. He wasn't eating anything. He wasn't speaking anything. He started even taking his clothes off in public places, and that's how you know when, you know, shit just wasn't right. So I was just like, oh my god, like, what is happening? And I was more worried about my mom's reaction, because my mom loves that kid. And, you know, we're trying to protect my mom's feelings, and the cops came. I called the CTI unit. Unit never came, because when everything happened, the guy went to the hospital by himself, so my cousin brought him home. I called the cops because obviously, you know, like, he needs to pay for what he did, but at the same time, I called the cops because I needed someone to help me take him to the hospital, because Samuel isn't talking. He wasn't talking. He wasn't eating, he's not drinking, and then this happened, and I'm talking to him, and if there's someone that Simon talks to, it's me. Sometimes I have to be very stern, but like, he has a little respect for me to where he'll tell me what happened. He's not even talking to me. He's just like he's having like an anxiety panic attack. And so I call the cops so that they can, you know, help me transfer him to the hospital. Stupid cops never came. Brazoria County cops showed up with Harris County cops, and I was like, you guys are not the cops that I called, so therefore, like, what do you want? They're like, well, where's Samuel? And I'm like, well, he's upstairs, and can we speak to him? I said no, because he's not speaking to anyone. And they're like, you know, going back and forth with the DA, and I'm like, I'm not giving him to you unless you tell me you're taking him to the hospital. I said, because he can't give you a statement right now. I said, there's a lot of mental health issues. Samuel has been through a lot of trauma. His parents both passed away, and I was just not gonna I was like, no. You know, going back and forth with the DA. I was like, well, what do you need? I said, do you need paperwork? I said, I have paperwork. I runaway reports. Like, what do you need? I said, because he's not going with you. He's gonna go to a hospital. So then the cops are kind of mad that they had to take him to the hospital. And I'm just like, if you don't want to do your job, then maybe cops, it's not the job for you, friend. So they took him to the hospital. He was in the hospital for 2 weeks before going to juvie. They detained him. He went to juvie, and I'm sorry, I got mocos. He went to, I really got mocos. I'm sorry. He went to juvie. He's in juvie, and that took a very emotional toll on me, because it took a very emotional toll on my mom. And as you guys know, I am a mama's girl. My mom was cooking pupusas, and she was doing the curtido, the cabbage sauce thing, and she was crying in the kitchen, and I'm like, Mom, what's wrong? She's like, Samuel loves cabbage. Because that boy, I'm sorry, this bothered me, that boy would literally grab the cabbage, put it on tostada tortilla, and just eat it like that. Like, that boy was crazy. And I'm just like, juvie is not the best place for him to be at. I said, but it's the safest place that he could be at right now, and we're just gonna have to accept that. We are fighting for him to go to a rehab center or a mental facility to where he can get the help that he needs, because we just don't think that jail or juvie is the place for him. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I worry about his mental state. Like I said, he's just been through a lot, and yes, he's a pain in the ass, but then he's also my family. Like, I can't just not help him, you know. But he knows. Like, we talk on the phone, and sometimes he doesn't remember why he's in there. He thinks that we abandoned him sometimes, and it just hurts because you know that you just told him why he's in there the day before, and then the next day he asks you the same thing. So that's how you know he's not mentally stable. We are looking into a neurologist because we do think he has some type of seizures that's causing this behavior. So we're just gonna kind of see how things play out. So you know, this is happening from April to May, and then my anxiety, just really bad anxiety, like my hands sweat, I can't sleep. It just got really bad. I started working back at Mattress Firm, and I was really excited because then I got to leave home. You know, I get to distract myself, talk to people, be around people. I go back to Mattress Firm and I'm having a good time. Then fucking June 1st happens. Okay, June 1st happens, and I lost it completely. Like, lost myself, lost a lot of things on June 1st. June 1st was a Monday, and my mom started working her day job on Monday. I've been working from home. Keep in mind that everybody's been home. My dad, me, and my mom. My dad so happened to go to the shop that day. He just got up and was like, I'm gonna leave because I've been bored. I was like, all right. So he went to the shop, and then I had a meeting. I left. The only people that were home were my dogs. So I go to this appointment, and I come back. I had to work at Mattress Firm at 4 or 5, I can't remember, but it's like 3:30, and I'm driving back home because we got out early, and I was like, I'm gonna go change at home, feed the dogs, and then go to Mattress Firm. I get to my street and I see like 10 freaking fire trucks, and I'm like, oh my god, what is happening? And I was like, my dad had a stroke. That's like the first thing that popped in my head. But there's a whole bunch of fire trucks, and then I see water, and I see like a puddle, and then I like turn the corner, like I'm running. I just left my car in the street because I couldn't get into my street, and I see fire on the roof, and I'm like, oh my god, my dogs. So I'm like poking all the firefighters, and I'm like, where's my dog, where's my dog? My neighbor had one dog, but they couldn't find Algodon, and they're like, no, he's accounted for. He's like, he bit me, so I like let go of him, one of the firefighters, and I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. So my neighbors were like, no, he went back inside, and I'm like, well, I need to go back inside and like find my dog, but the firefighters aren't letting me, and I'm just like, you don't understand, like I need to go find my dog. So I finally like run inside, and I'm getting yelled at, and I was like, I don't care, I need to find my dog. Finally found him. He was so scared. I was just like holding him and like crying. I'm calling my mom. Well, before I found my dog, I called my mom, and I was like, I can't find dog. Hold on, like the house is on fire. And she's like, what? Yelling at me, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. So I like hung up. I'm trying to go find the dog. Then I call Raul, my Mattress Firm manager, and I'm like, look, my house is on fire and I can't find my dog. And he was like, do what you gotta do. And then my family comes, my phone dies, my sorority sisters are looking for me because they saw a post where I put the post that I posted where everybody like knew that my house was on fire. And so they come, and this is why they have my location. They come to find me and like make sure that I'm okay. And I'm just, at that point, I'm just like, I'm okay until I get to my uncle's house, because my uncle's like, yeah, you're gonna stay at my house. And my cousin's graduation was that week, and I'm just like, oh my god, like I was planning a surprise graduation party for her, and everything just kind of like flipped on me. And my aunt's like, don't worry about it, like, you know, we'll figure it out, like that's what family's for. And then I was mad that day. I was crying. My aunt's like, don't cry, like everybody's alive. And I'm just like, that was home, like that was home. We went back the next day, and everything was like black. It's like we painted the walls and the floor black. And my Alyssa's husband is a firefighter. So sorry, like the insulation in my room collapsed, my room collapsed because the fire, my room touches the neighbor's wall. The fire started in my neighbor's patio because rumor has it that he was burning trash in his patio, and it kind of just spread. I don't know how true that is, but whatever. My house was the least damaged because nothing caught on fire, but all the ventilation is together, electricity, everything was kind of connected together to where the smoke and the water from my room kind of collapsed and drowned everything on that side, on both the first and second floor. We had to leave our furniture behind because, you know, everything penetrated, and they say that all those toxins are bad and it can give you cancer, and I'm already sick as it is, so I ain't trying to die any faster. So I was pretty upset. My sorority sisters, dude, like, I don't know what I would do without them, and I'm so grateful that I joined this organization that opened the doors for me to have a great community, because the amount of love that I've gotten from SOG, it's freaking crazy. Like, sisters from all over the place were donating, making sure I'm okay. They're like, no, I love your Snapchats. Like, oh my god. College friends that honestly I have on Snapchat from classes, and I honestly can't put a face to like the snap or the person, but they're like, you don't remember me, but like, you gave me such positive vibes, blah blah blah, you know, reaching out. Orify, like, you guys know who you are, thank you for being there. My betas, Jesse, freaking Ulises, y'all are freaking awesome. Thank you for being there. Hector, Jesse, everyone, like, I just can't even name everyone, like Raul, my coworkers, Jason. Like, I am super grateful for everyone. My freaking childhood best friend, I fucking love her. She is amazing. We've been through so much together, and I haven't spoken to her in a while, and she was the first person that messaged me too. She was like, what do you need? Like, everybody was like, what do you need, and I'm such a prideful person that I was like, no, it's okay, like, I got it. I didn't got it, guys. I did not have it at all. Like, I was an emotional wreck. Everyone was even selling me without me asking them to. They were, you know, asking for my Venmo, and I remember telling Sarah, like, no, like, me da pena. She's like, sis, like, no, like, this is what we're here for. And, you know, Angela, who started the GoFundMe, Frenchie and Wendy for pushing the GoFundMe, because I was like, no, I don't want it, like, it's cool. I'm so grateful to be part of this great community that came together to help me in a time like this. My family, I'm super grateful for you guys. Mis tías, you know, mi tía Elsie, mi tía Rosa, Melina, Erika, Ceci, mi tío Adriel, mi tío Melky, mi tío Sael, mis primas. Like, y'all came freaking through. Y'all came through, and thank you. Like, words cannot express, you know, the gratitude I have. Robert, Daniel, like, I freaking love you guys. I cannot, like, thank you is not enough. Thank you will never be enough for the stuff that you guys have done, you know, for me. Like, what you guys have donated, it truly helps. And, you know, I had 2 jobs and I had savings, and I was like, no, I got it. Everything just started to add up, and I'm just like, oh shit, like, I don't got it. And I'm just very grateful to still have a job. I'm still grateful. Mattress firm, bro. Like, I went in there and I told Rusty, like, okay, I need 3 new mattresses. Like, how much is this gonna cost me? Like, you know, and I worked there, so I already knew I was gonna get help like that because I can use my discount. But, like, my DM was like, hold up, wait a minute. You know, they literally donated the mattresses to me. They donated platforms. Like, that's money that I saved. Like, that's a good $2,000 that I saved on mattresses. And like I said, like, words cannot express how grateful I am to you guys. You know, like, the love and the support, I cannot express how much it means to me. You know, Astrid, Tata, like Chuchi, like Sophie, like messaging me to make sure I'm okay, because they already know how I get all up on my emotions. And I'm just not in a good place right now. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm not in a good place to where I got it. I'm very depressed. I'm not in a good, like, mental state, and I don't feel good physically. I don't feel good mentally. Like, I'm in a very dark place. Before June 1st, I grew up in a very Christian home. You know, you thank God when you wake up, you thank God when you eat, you thank God when you sleep. Like, and I used to go to sleep praying, because that's what gave me peace. And lately I haven't been doing that. You know, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I have not been doing that. And it's not because I forget, it's just I don't even think about it. Like, I get so much things in my head. Like, my head is just going like super fast sometimes, and I think it's time for me to slow down and like figure out what I need to do and who I am, and like pause, you know, because I'm a very helpful person. Like, I'm always there for everybody. And I kid you not, like, I was talking to my cousin and I was like, bro, like, me pendeje, like, the amount of love and support that I've gotten from everyone, I could not take it. Like, I legit, somebody would sell me money and I would start crying. Somebody would message me something and I would start crying. When they told me about the donation with the mattresses, bro, like, I was sobbing. And I'm not an emotional person, but I was just like, I don't get it. And my cousin was like, you're not used to receiving love and support as much as you give it. And I was like, damn, that was deep. That was deep. And I was like, you think so? And she was like, girl, like, if you only knew like how much of like positive person you are. And I'm just like, damn, that's true, you know. And my other sorority sister, Alicia, was like, déjate querer y déjate ayudar, like, deja de estar de stubborn. And I was like, I'm sorry, don't yell at me. My madrina, like Marisela, was like, what do you need and when do you need it, and stop being stubborn. Like, if people ask you what you need, you better tell them. And I'm like, I don't know what to say, you know. Like, you just not in that position to be like, send me money. Like, I'm not like that whatsoever. And I just want to say that again, like, I'm grateful. Like, thank you will never be enough for the things that you guys have done for my family and I in this really hard time. And I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, and I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are taking care of yourself. And like I said, thank you for like still messaging me and making sure that I'm okay. And if I don't reply, like, I'm sorry. Sometimes I just get in these moods where I just don't want to talk to anyone. It's nothing personal, it's just I'm going through a hard time and I need to pull myself together. Y pues de esta vamos a salir, amigos, no se agüiten. No me agüito yo. I'll be back to my normal self soon, you know, be back with my Instagram craziness and my TikToks. And I love you guys, and I hope you guys are doing well, like I said. and God bless you guys. And if you guys can say a little prayer for me, then I would really appreciate it. And if you watch this video, then you is the real one, and I fucks with you. Alright, I'm gonna leave because then no me voy a dormir. Love you guys, bye.